Russia's attempts to incentivize military conscription through high financial payments are losing their effectiveness, indicating that the primary method of attracting volunteers to fight in the war is beginning to run its course. The number of people signing contracts with the Russian Ministry of Defense is no longer growing. Even in regions offering the largest payments, everyone who wanted to make money from the war has already signed up. A report by the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, states that as early as February of this year, it was estimated that further increases in financial incentives were unlikely to lead to a significant increase in volunteers, as most Russians who could be motivated by funds within budgetary limits had already signed contracts. The continued increase in payments and the expansion of social benefits for the military indicate a slowdown in recruitment and the Kremlin's attempts to find new incentives for conscription. The ISW continues to believe that if recruitment levels continue to decline and Russia is unable to replace its high losses, this could force Vladimir Putin to either resort to a forced mobilization of reservists, which he is extremely reluctant to do, or to sit down at the negotiating table to end the war. The Khanty-Mansi Autonomous Okrug currently offers the largest one-time payment, 3.2 million rubles, or approximately $39,300, while regional bonuses across Russia increase on average by approximately 500,000 rubles, or approximately $6,100 every 3 to 4 months. However, the Sverdlovsk region's decision to increase the one-time payment to 3.1 million rubles, or approximately $38,100 in March 2025, has not resulted in an influx of new contract soldiers. Military recruitment office staff in 2 unspecified Siberian regions reported that recently mostly those signing up are extremely elderly and those with chronic illnesses. In one city in the northern Irkutsk region, recruitment problems have been ongoing for several months, with most new recruits interested solely in financial terms and social benefits, such as priority admission to universities for their children, loan deferments, and debt forgiveness. This, according to sources, suggests that those joining the army are motivated solely by material considerations. An ISW source from the Irkutsk region also reported that the Russian Ministry of Defense actively posted propaganda ads, especially before the US-Russia meeting in Alaska on August the 15th, claiming that peace will come soon and urging people to earn millions before peace comes.
President Donald Trump arrived in Egypt on Monday for a global summit on Gaza's future as he tries to advance peace in the Middle East after visiting Israel to celebrate a US-brokered ceasefire with Hamas. According to Associated Press, the whirlwind trip, which included a speech at the Knesset in Jerusalem earlier in the day, comes at a fragile moment of hope for ending 2 years of war between Israel and Hamas. Everybody said it's not possible to do. And it's going to happen. And it is happening before your very eyes, Trump said alongside Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. More than 24 countries are expected to be represented at the summit. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was invited but declined, with his office saying it was too close to a Jewish holiday. Despite unanswered questions about next steps in Gaza, which has been devastated during the conflict, Trump is determined to seize an opportunity to chase an elusive regional harmony.
man, very powerful. No crime. They have no crime. You put it out before it starts. Thank you. Thank you. We're having an amazing period of time, like I think nobody's seen before. And we had tremendous stop, as you know, in Israel, and now we're in a country where a friend of mine is a very powerful leader, and my friend is right here, the president, also the general, you know.
President Trump, in Israel just now, you were talking about a possible Iran peace deal. You said, we are ready when you are. Yeah. Is that the ultimate goal with today's signing, to get enough?
Not Iran, but I think Iran will come along. They've been battered and bruised, and you know they need some help. They have big sanctions, as you know, tremendous sanctions. I'd love to take the sanctions off when they're ready to talk. That's all I do in my life. I make deals, and they want to make a deal.
Now that the living hostages have been returned, can you please tell us what the next steps are?
Well, they're going and looking for bodies. It's a pretty gruesome task, and they know where numerous are, as you know. I guess 5 or 6 are in yet now, but they're looking for bodies. They know the areas, and the search parties out, and they're doing it in conjunction with Israel, and they're going to be finding quite a few of them.
President Trump, can you tell us when phase 2 of the negotiations will begin?
Well, it started. I mean, it started as far as we're concerned. Phase 2 has started. And, you know, the phases are all a little bit mixed in with each other. We're going to start cleaning up. You look at Gaza, and it needs a lot of cleanup. That's why when I talked in my speech, I talked about the debris. I used the word debris. That's debris times 10. So, but they're going to really do a job. They have a lot of power. In another room, you have the wealthiest, some of the wealthiest nations in the world. All leaders, the big leaders are here, the emirs and the kings and everybody, and it's a very interesting group. I guess we have like 35 countries, and that's only because they were the 35 that we invited. Everybody that we invited came.
بشكرك فخامة الرئيس.
Thank you, Mr. President.
ولكن عايزين نستكمل نثبت وقف إطلاق النار وقلت بصراحة كل الرهائن وحتى يعني للأسف الجثث المتبقية في أسرع وقت عشان تسلم إلى ذويهم في إسرائيل ثم إدخال المساعدات ونستكمل باقي المراحل.
What we need to do now is to fixate the ceasefire, make sure that it maintains and sustains, that we can deliver all of the remaining, the bodies of the deceased to their families, and this is very important, to bring in more humanitarian assistance into the strip, and working very closely on following up the rest of the steps that should be taken to make this successful.
Mr. President, you did very great. Thank you.
That's very nice. Thank you. He's a good man.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Brad. You guys, let's go. Thanks, guys. Let's head out.